everyone, this is CricketSong with Lunar Wisdom, and this video is going to be answering the question, do you believe that gods reincarnate? So I had a viewer subscriber ask me a two-part question. The first part is, do you believe that the gods reincarnate? And the second part of that was, do you believe that people can be demigods? So before I can even answer the two questions, which simply the first one is no and no, I mean the answer is no, I want to explain why I'm saying no, because it's important to start with what I believe the gods are in order to understand why I don't believe that they reincarnate or that people can be demigods, or what the belief is in regards to demigods. So first of all, we want to look at what the nature of deity is, or what I believe the nature of deity is. And this really goes wonderfully with or is actually one of the first few questions in the program, the Mystical Seeker's Year, Forging Your Own Spiritual Path in 52 Weeks, that I am providing, a free program. You'll see the videos uploaded on my channel every Friday, and it addresses questions like the nature of deity, which is where I feel it's important to start when asking, do you believe the gods can reincarnate and can people be demigods? What is the nature of a god? What is the nature of deity? So when we look at my personal view, what the nature of deity is, I believe that the gods are part of deity, what I believe is deity. And deity, for me to explain what I feel deity is, I guess, is to liken it to, within Wiccan spirituality, the all is that universal source energy, and that's what I view deity as. Deity is an energy. It's a vibrational frequency, a specific vibrational frequency. And this vibrational frequency is present in everything. Everything is made up of this force, if you want to use a Star Wars analogy. It is the energy that makes everything, that everything is created from. So a person, an animal, a thing like this camera, everything is made from this energy. And it's only the vibrational frequency, the rate in which this energy vibrates, that it presents itself or is manifested in different things. So me, a human being, CricketSong, vibrates at a different vibrational frequency than the video camera I'm using to record this video. But it is all made of that energy. And that energy is the all. That energy is deity, is God. Now, when we look at the gods, I view the gods as part of deity. It's part of the all, meaning that Danu and Krnunos are part of the all. They are manifestations or expressions of particular vibrational frequency of the all. And Danu and Krnunos are individuals, however. They are individual personalities. They are part of the all, but are not the all. Just like me, CricketSong, is part of my daughter, Faye Maiden, but we are not the same. We are different vibrational frequencies made from the same blood, the same DNA, because she is my flesh and blood. She is of me. I am her biological mother, but she is not me. And that's how and she has her own likes, she has her own dislikes, she has her own characteristics and traits. She looks different. You can interact with her and not interact with me, but she carries characteristics and traits and personality expressions of me within her, but she is not me. We are separate, but we are the same. And we are the same in the sense that we all come from the all, God. That is how I view gods. Gods, Cernunnos, Danu, Aphrodite, Isis, Osiris, all of them are expressions and individual personalities that you can interact with, but are manifestations of the all. So they're individual, yet they are part of the one. That is how I view human beings as well, in relationship to the gods. We have within us the same vibrational energy that the gods have within them, and the all has, but we are separate. We are a different vibrational frequency because we are physically manifested, and the gods are not. Now, I do believe, however, that human beings can create the gods as well. I do believe that through human beings' life experiences in the physical realm, they can come together and put in energy and put in belief and feed these thought forms that become gods. When thought forms gather so much energy and build up so much momentum, I believe that they can take on an intelligence and begin acting and responding on their own and become gods. I do believe that some gods were created by the all, and sort of from above they came below, but some have come from below and were ascended above. So I believe that some gods are, I guess you could say, man-made gods, and some gods were divinely made gods. Okay? Which ones are different? Which ones do I believe are divinely made, and which gods do I believe are man-made? That is something for a whole nother video. And some of them are, I'm not even sure. Some of them I can put in one or either, and some I feel may sort of have been divinely inspired man-made gods. But I don't feel like it's really important to define which ones are divinely made and which one are man-made. If you find a god that works for you, then that is, or you gain insight and growth and spiritual gnosis and expand your own, awaken and grow spiritually, then that's what's most important. So in answer to the question, do I believe that the gods reincarnate? I say no, because I do not believe the gods have an ending. They're all, there's no end to them. And I feel like when a god comes to an end, that is because there is no more, people are not feeding it, people are not acknowledging that God. I do feel, the God continuously exists, especially if it's divinely made or divinely created, then that God never dies. But if it's a man-made God, a God that individuals have sort of constructed, and then that, although, yeah, you know what, I don't feel like that God ever dies either, because when that God becomes a sentient entity on its own with its own intelligence, it then receives sort of energy from divine instead of individuals feeding this God. The God is then fed from divine source. So I don't believe the gods ever truly die. Human beings die a physical death, but human beings do not die a spiritual death. And because the gods are no longer in physical form, if they ever were, because I don't believe some of the gods were ever in physical form, then there is nothing for them to die. Hence, there is nothing for them to reincarnate. If this question was actually asking if the gods come down into physical form and incarnate in a physical shell, I do not believe that occurs, because then we would have to explore the purpose for Earth. What is the purpose for the physical plane of existence? And that, it could be another video, my view on what the physical plane of existence is here for. So I do not believe there is any purpose in a god to manifest in physical form. So do I believe that people can be demigods? Well, if we go back to how I view the nature of deity, meaning that we are expressions of deity already, then I don't believe that we are demigods, or we are God. We are God, manifested in a physical form. We are expressions of the all. So I guess you could say on one level we are demigods. On another level, I'd say no, we would never be demigods, because we already hold that within us. If this is going with the idea of Hercules, where Zeus had sex with a mortal and then Hercules was born, I do not believe there is a purpose for the gods to have sexual intercourse with a human being. Henceforth, there is no reason, and there would never be a demigod born, because there is no reason for a non-physical entity. And this is where I feel that human beings try to put in human motivations and human emotions to things that are not human. And I feel like we do this to try to understand the nature of the things that are not in physical form. And I do understand when we look at Danu and we look at Cernunnos, or we look at Zeus and we look at Hera and we look at Isis and Osiris and Hades, we give them characteristics that we view are part of what they are, or who they are, or the nature of them. And I feel like they're limited by our understanding of what these things are, because they are beyond physical characteristics. I mean, if we look at Danu, you know, the mother, a mother type goddess, who is associated with the flowing waters and with the earth and with creation and fertility and all, you know, that type of earth goddess energy, we are really limiting her in her capabilities, and she's much more than that. But we associate these things because she resonates greatly with these vibrations. It's almost, you know, she's a patron of these things. She represents these things to us. She is the mediator between the divine realms and the physical realm. And we associate and we maybe work with these energies in this personified way. But Danu is not she is not really truly able to be personified, because she expands and she is greater than the physical. Do you know what I mean? I hope I didn't lose you on that. So because of that, I don't believe that there are demigods. I don't believe that there are human beings walking around with, you know, these genes of a god, because the gods don't have genes to have. Do you know what I'm saying? And I do know that there are individuals that claim to be demigods, and I know there are physical human beings that claim to be children of a specific god or goddess, or they claim to be the actual element of fire or the actual element of water in a physical form. And I just personally feel we have all these aspects within us. We have all these energies within us. It's just what we're sort of bringing out of us energetically and what we are expressing energetically. But we are all children of the all. We are all physical manifestations of the all. Even though I know it would be, an individual would be special if they were a demigod. It makes someone special. Or maybe that's what they feel, it makes them special. But we're all special. We are all special. We all have a purpose. We all have a mission. We all are unique, yet connected. So that's my response to those questions. If you have any comments you'd like to share or thoughts, please put them in a comment to this video. Until next week, I love you.